Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Katie and this is Dark Side of the Truth. Today I have an amazing video for you guys. We are going to talk about some more mind-blowing TikToks that expose the truth, and I promise you're not going to want to miss a single one of these. So before we get started, do me a favor and smash the hell out of that like button, and if you're not subscribed to our channel, get subscribed to our channel, and make sure you hit that little bell icon so you stay in the loop whenever I upload videos just like this. Alright, without any further ado and more rambling from me, let's get into it.
They live, we sleep, the alarms going off, beep beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
This is the most insane example of how everyone is experiencing completely different social medias at the exact same time.
Watch this. Watch the full video. We are living in alternate realities. It's insane. It's like the Matrix, and it's happening now.
This video, my boyfriend said he'd be over by 3 after golfing, and like it's just her every half an hour taking a video saying, oh, he's still not here, and it gets to like 5 or 6 p.m. and he's still not here. Okay, I opened the comments of this video, and kind of as I expected, everyone was saying, oh, that's really rude, it's the disregard of her time, I don't like him, did he communicate with you? If not, then that's a red flag. Okay, fair enough, you know. I send this video to my boyfriend who was sat next to me, and then I said to my boyfriend, lol, look at the comments. Bear in mind, these comments were coming up at the top of the list. So as soon as you open the comments, these are the ones that came up for me. Tell me fucking why. My boyfriend opens the comments on his phone. Again, it's the first list of comments that come up. It's the same time on the same video. Or you could get your own hobby instead of waiting around for him. Like, God forbid he has a good time. He meant before 3 a.m. He's ahead of schedule. No fucking wonder we're all so divided when you can look at the same comments on the same video and it will change them based on who you are, and I presume based on like other activity in the app. Like, because people look at the fucking comments of a video to gain perspective and see.
Legit, the alternate reality conspiracy theory is like way more real than any of us probably even realized. Like, low-key, we're all living in alternate realities right now. Social media is literally showing us specific comments or content based on not only what you search for, but also they're gearing other people's comments and reactions towards what they think your opinion would be. Like, what? For instance, the video we just watched. Like, if you're a female, they will show you comments in support of women. But if you're a male, they show you comments that support more of the male's point of view. Like, what? What? No wonder we're all so divided. Because you can look at the same comments under the same video, and based on who is viewing that video, the comments will drastically change. Like, they're pushing so many different narratives for the same content, y'all. For the same content. It literally is nuts. Have you guys ever noticed this before now? If not, or even if you have noticed it before now, really, what do you think about this? Did it blow your mind just as much as it blew mine?
And by the way, you notice you're flying over the helicopter? Those places where big roofs, they didn't move. Yeah. So we gotta change that anyway.
Busted, Biden. Like, you're busted, bro. There's no correcting that. No, oops, I misspoke, or you misunderstood me, or you mixed up the words coming out of my mouth. Like, no, bro. You said it. You meant it. But you guys see, I told y'all that switching to blue roofs or painting your roofs blue or wearing blue clothes wasn't like a quick fix. It wasn't gonna end all these problems, right? The only reason the color blue isn't burning is because they are using blue lasers. But if they change the color of the lasers that they are using in their directed energy weapons, then guess what? Blue will burn. I'm just saying. Painting your roof blue or switching to blue clothes is not a quick fix. Blue is not going to save you. And Biden just admitted it.
This is the future the global elites want you to have.
So in China, for example, if a traffic camera catches you jaywalking in China, the digital ID system has you. It has your blood now. It has your genetic code. It has your photograph. It can identify how you walk. So even if you can't see a face, you can be picked up by gait. It will convict you of jaywalking and take money out of your bank account with no intermediating judiciary at all, and show a picture of you to the people in the neighborhood so they know that you have jaywalked, and reduce your social credit score. And if your social credit score falls below a certain level, then you can't buy drinks from a vending machine. You can't play video games. You can't go on a train. You can't get out of your 15-minute city. All that's already in place in China.
The social credit system is coming, y'all. Hell, it's already a reality for Chinese citizens. And the only way that it doesn't become a reality for all of us is if we all stand together and say, hell no. Because our silence is our consent. Like, I'm here to tell you, they test these new things, and when we stay silent on them, they're like, cool, they don't have a problem with it. Silence is consent.
I'm telling y'all, y'all better find God in this 2024, because what I'm hearing on this radio, I don't listen to music. I listen to IP radio or informational radio. Check out what T-Mobile is doing. This year, T-Mobile have rolled out a tier bracket that can penalize you based off your text, bro. So T-Mobile is looking into your phone and penalizing you if you're sending hate speech texts, profanity, or criminal activity. Yes, it's true. Go look it up. Go Google it. If you have T-Mobile as a phone provider, they are looking at every text message you send, and you will be charged a penalty if you're sending hate speech, text messages, or emails, or profanity, or criminal activity, which is understandable. I mean, you're going to catch the criminals. But profanity? But first of all, just wait a minute. They're looking into my text message? Every single one of them? Y'all better find God. This shit is finna hit the fan.
Oh, but we're free citizens though, right? Psych. We're not free. We're free-ranged humans living in a police state. We're free to do as we're told. How about any T-Mobile customers watching this video? How does this make you feel? Will you now be switching your phone service provider? Because I would, and I'm not even a criminal. I just really, really, really appreciate freedom and what the word actually stands for. Because it seems like the real definition of freedom isn't common sense anymore, sadly.
Battery packs in the human body. On one side, it's how many electrons are we putting in? And there are a lot of electron donors. Electron donors can be getting out in the sun, can be walking barefoot in the grass. It could be leaning up your body up against a tree because the tree has electrons, will donate them to you. Hugging an animal, a common way that makes people in nursing homes feel better is to buy them a dog or a cat. They hold the dog or the cat and get electrons from it. The animal runs outside and recharges itself and brings some back to you. Moving water is an electron donor, whereas still water tends to be an electron stealer. Moving air is an electron stealer. That's why when you ride in a convertible, you look really cool, but you're always tired when you get there because the wind steals electrons from you. On one hand, we look at what things can put electrons in the body, and then what things steal them. And again, the most common stealers are dental infections, emotional baggage, various toxins, particularly the toxins that we are getting from things like GMO foods and pesticides and other kinds of things, air pollution. There's a lot of toxins around us. And of course, one can almost include in the concept emotional baggage. They're toxins in a different way, and that they rob us of voltage that we should be using for something else.
Big facts. Big facts. He just dropped a major knowledge bomb on you guys, so I really hope you guys were paying attention. If you don't know much about this topic, then I strongly encourage you to spend some time researching how to properly recharge the human body via electron donors, because it'll change your life and make a lot of shit make sense as to why certain experiences or certain events make you feel either really energized and refreshed or extremely drained and exhausted. This is a real thing, and it will benefit your life drastically to look into it. I promise. There are so many of these lifetime free energy videos online where creators will walk you through like step by step on how to make one of these machines at home using like simple around the house everyday objects. And some of these will like legit blow your mind. People are so creative and I am so here for it. Seriously, this is something that everyone should know how to make themselves because we might need this knowledge a hell of a lot sooner than we all might think.
This is going to blow your mind. A startup company called BrainBridge announced today that they believe that they will be able to successfully perform a head transplant surgery in the next 8 years. The way that this would work is you would take a person with a perfectly healthy and active brain, but their body has cancer or paralysis, and transplant it to a brain dead donor body. What's crazy is that they said that by doing this, the person that's receiving the new body would still be able to maintain their memories, cognitive abilities, and consciousness. They say that the brain could last several hundred years if it had a good working body, and that might be a potential in the future, but that this would also give people with different ailments a second chance. The procedure is advanced and way over my head, but it uses robotics and AI technology to make sure that the precisions and refusing are exact. It's crazy because you have to wonder if somebody that was 6'4" will end up 5'6", or the other way around. The company's tagline is breathing life into new bodies one head at a time. It almost seems like this wouldn't be real, but you can go ahead and check it out, and everybody has done an article about it. It is just absolutely insane. So my question to you is, would you get a new body and have your head transplanted if you had the chance? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Transferring consciousness is real. Transferring consciousness is real. I don't care what you say. The proof is right here in your face. They're trying to destroy the human race. Transferring consciousness is real.
Like, what in the actual fuck? Did you hear them say that the brain can last several hundred years? Like, did they just admit that the people in power have done this procedure? And that they're, like, reincarnated people in different bodies? Because, like, I think they might have low-key just admitted to it. Like, I literally can't anymore. And people think I'm crazy. Like, they think the stuff that I talk about, they're like, man, that Katie chick, she needs some help. But no, this is real. Like this is real. Let me know what you guys think. Would you ever be comfortable receiving this procedure? Because, like, it's a no for me, dog.
Genetic DNA evidence of children's teeth in the food, in the burgers, which linked it back to, was it not Wisconsin, Missouri or Wyoming, one of those states that's in the middle of nowhere, where they actually found human meat inside one of the processing plants at McDonald's. And they said, we're not sure how it's happened. Maybe somebody fell in there and they haven't reported it. But between McDonald's closing, the reports of the Japanese McDonald's tried to pass the buck, try to blame it on the Americans, saying, we got the food from the USA. It didn't come from here. And then they said, oh, you know what? That's probably somebody playing a prank. But they're closing a lot of branches down at McDonald's. And McDonald's traditionally, Nick, the last 40, 50 years has been one of the safest franchises you could buy. Because what they do is they do a very, very detailed demographic study of where you're going to put these McDonald's.
These are the worst McDonald's secrets exposed.
Who loves a side order of chemicals? The salads are dusted with propylene glycol to keep them crisp and fresh. This is also used in their sauces, glazes, and hotcakes. Propylene glycol is a less toxic version of ethylene glycol, which is found in antifreeze. Sound appetizing? A common additive used in their food is calcium silicate, which is a white powder primarily used to prevent cement and roof tiles from caking. And what about the chicken nuggets? Less than half of a chicken nugget was actually chicken, and the rest was a combination of preservatives like TBHQ. TBHQ has been proven to be unsafe for consumption, with side effects like loss of vision and liver failure. So try not to eat too many of them. With the use of many chemicals, your meal is likely to look the same for years to come. Mold cannot grow. So when the chicken nuggets, burgers, or fries are left out, they completely dry out. But it's been a mystery as to why the buns do not get moldy.
The ingredient list at the end, though, like, oh my, ugh. Stop eating fast food, y'all. And even if you want to say, oh my god, Katie, this is clearly fake news. Okay, but do you really want to take that chance? Cause, like, I'm Gucci. It's the closing of the stores for me. And did you catch the part about the demographic study they do before building these fast food establishments? Like, ugh, they literally have no shame. It's, like, disgusting. It's so gross.
The other thing that people don't realize, because I hear this all the time, Well, I had it when I was a kid, and I turned out fine. And I'm like, listen, guys, let me just tell you, it's so different. Yeah. Fun fact, McDonald's French fries, when they first started, were potatoes, beef tallow, and salt.
You're kidding. Oh my gosh,
so they were cooked in animal fat, which is phenomenal for you. Now, if you look at the ingredients of their French fries, it's not just vegetable oil. There's all kinds of flavorings that they have to use to try and match the flavor profile of the beef tallow. So
instead of just using beef tallow,
exactly. But it's more expensive, right? So you have to get cheaper. But I tell people, I push back. I'm like, listen, the food that we had when we were kids is completely different than now. So like, I don't feed my kids fast food. The fast food I had growing up was drastically different than the fast food that's here. Even the snacks. You look at like a bag of potato chips, like Ruffles back in the day, was just like the potatoes, the salt, and the oil. And now they add all the stuff. And I'm like, I push back on that argument because it's not the same food.
Exactly.
And I would argue that today, it's not even food. It's food product.
The difference in food quality now compared to when we were all kids is astonishing. And it's not just fast food either. That's the sad part. Grocery store food is all just as bad, if not worse. Even half of the shit that's labeled organic isn't really truly organic. Hell, you can't even be confident growing your own food because the seeds could be clones or like not the real deal stuff. You know what I mean? Plus, you have to consider the toxins being sprayed in the air and the chemicals in the water, both of which are affecting your crops or your livestock. Literally, you'd have to use a greenhouse and somehow find trustworthy, reliable, like non-cloned seeds to even begin to feel safe, which is so sad because not everybody has the luxury of doing that. Like some people don't have a choice but to go to the grocery store. You know, like they work all day, they have to feed their kids, they have to feed their family, they don't have a choice. And you should be able to go to the grocery store without buying like poisoned food. Like this is so sick to me. It's ugh. And it's so sad because this country does actually have the capability to be like an amazing, awesome place for all of us to be proud of. But with the way that it's being ran and managed currently, it does nothing but bring me shame to be an American. Like, and that's so sad for me to even say, but like, honest to God, that's how I feel. Like, I've never wanted to leave the country more in my life. Like, it's just sick. Just wait till our next video. Our whole next video, we're gonna be touching on the fake food and the fake BS that's going around, and I'm gonna blow your guys' mind. Like, just wait.
When God was really dealing with me to like listen to what you're listening to. Yes. Because I really like Tupac. I really did. And one day Hail Mary came on, and I just decided to listen before I start bobbing my head to the beat. Tupac says, and God said he shall send his son to send the wiles into the ways of a man. Follow me, eat my flesh of my flesh. Then I was listening to a song called Shed So Many Tears by Tupac. And my favorite part, dun, 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 dun. I used to love that until I heard him say, I know my destiny is hell, and when I die, I'll baptize in eternal fire, shed so many tears. I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute. I know my destiny is hell? What? Yeah. You would be surprised how many demonic spirits and demonic languages that are in your playlist that's keeping you bound to the chains of Egypt. And when we try to tell you keep covenant and kingdom and godliness, you don't know why it's so hard, because once you leave this parking lot, you put the chains back on in the form of a playlist.
Music is powerful. You're literally inviting so many dark and possessive entities into your life through the music that you listen to. Like, this is more real than a lot of people even realize. Words and music are so powerful, and you have to be aware of the words that you use and the music that you're listening to. Hell, there's even been musicians that have come out and admitted that they can make you feel any way that they want through their music. I'll play a little clip right here so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Alright, if music wasn't crazy enough, here's Cardi B admitting that her music activates demons. Hear for yourself.
These songs are activating like these demons. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that girl anymore. I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore. I left that lifestyle a long time ago, bro. Like,
that's why you need to be careful what music you listen to, because if music can get rid of a demon, it can attract one. And most of the music out here now attracts demons. Then you wonder why your lifestyle, you grooving and bumping in the car, but when you get out, you can't wait to figure out why your life is standing still. Sometimes it's the music that you're listening to, because whoever you listen to, what's on them attaches itself to you. Rick Joyner said he was in a vision. The Lord told him, he said in the last days, he said the enemy will bring up singers and other musicians. He said, and they will baptize millions of people into the demonic in one moment. Whoever you accept, you get what's on them. I reject a whole lot of stuff. So I reject stuff in the world. Unfortunately, I reject a lot of stuff in what we call church. You know, not all gospel music is gospel.
I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically. That goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. And when you see that stuff and know that stuff, it's frightening.
What do you mean by that, Shane? Prayed over demonically?
Rituals, ceremonies to give light to the devil, to Satan. It's a satanic music industry. If you look at what the music is today, the industry is today, for all your Sam Smiths to your Dojo Cats to your Beyoncés they are so demonic, it's unbelievable. And we can't, it's in front of us. It's something that we kind of go, oh, it's just music. But it really isn't. It's absolutely taken over the world, taken over our children, and taken over everything that's coming to the times of world crisis.
It's crazy, right? Like, it's so real. So please, for me, for yourselves, for the people you love, please make a conscious effort to censor out certain songs that may be on your playlist, because you're only harming yourself and the people around you who you love and care about, who are also listening to the same music. Trust me, it affects you in more ways than you think.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
As long as we're all prepared ahead of time and humanity as a whole is ready, willing, and able to stand up, support, and protect and help their neighbors in hard times, then we will be fine. Like, they want us to panic and turn on each other so it will cause an all-out chaos situation. But we, the people, have the power to change that. We decide the outcome from a situation like this, and that's what they don't want us to know. So don't, feed off of this fear-mongering that they're trying to spread. I think humanity is strong enough to withstand something like that. That's just my personal opinion. I think we're at the point where we could support each other and we could make it through. What do you think? Do you think that we could support each other and make it through some attack like that? Or do you think we would crumble and, like he said, within 96 hours, the whole world would be unrecognizable? Well, the whole United States would be unrecognizable. Personally, I don't know if I believe that's true or not, but I would love to hear your opinions.
About the Roman Empire?
All the time.
Why? What are you thinking about it?
Well, because we're in those times right now. Everybody's preoccupied with sports, movies, work, you know.
What was it you said about bread?
Well, all right, the common people, Roman Empire said that everybody was equal, everybody had a chance. But it wasn't. The rich got richer and the poor got poorer. And they worried constantly about people rioting. Because they knew that the common man, the common people, could take over at any time. So they would bring them into the Colosseums, and they would give them free grain, they would give them bread, they would give them wine, whatever they needed to fill their bellies and block their minds from what they were angry about. They would watch plays, they would watch fights with the gladiators, sometimes for months on end. And that's where we're at right now, and I think about it all the time. Because so many people are preoccupied with their favorite football team, their favorite actor, actress, singer, and they just don't even think about what's being taken away from them. As long as their bellies are full and they're happy with what's going on, they just let it continue.
Wow.
So,
man, oh man, how easily humanity is to distract as a whole. It's literally mind-boggling. I'm so grateful that so many of us are now actually hip to this shit and aware that we are being distracted, misled, and misrepresented at every turn. But now it's time to stop being docile sheeple people and actually stand up and say no more. And then follow that up with action to show the deletes who are in charge that we're standing together and no longer tolerating their BS. The many outweigh the few, and we are the many. Stop being so easily distracted.
What kind of bunker are you building out there?
A very simple bunker, Brian. I thank Griff for the shout out. I don't have billions of dollars to build a bunker. Like most people, not a lot of disposable income with lots of kids, so you do what you can. The house we bought came with like a cellar bunker, tornado shelter type thing. So we're trying to modify it to be prepared. But all I'm really trying to be prepared for, Brian, is a grid down situation. I don't know if the zombie apocalypse is coming. I don't know if war is coming. I don't know what's coming. All I know is that when the power goes out, whether you're in Tennessee or New York City, life changes. Within 48 hours, the whole world's different. Within 96 hours, we can't even predict what the world would look like, what our society would look like. So where are you going to get food? Where are you going to get water? Where are you going to get power? How are you going to get off the island of Manhattan if you want to get off? Or how are you going to go get to your family and friends? Do you have gasoline? Like, to me, it's more just a mindset of having the essentials for 5, 6, 7 days. And then if the grid's really down, well, then maybe only the billionaires survive at that point.
It's funny, growing up, my grandparents had a bomb shelter, and it was really fun to play in it. I never knew that it would be like a serious thing that we'd actually be talking about.
That's them telling you without telling you. Are you not somewhat alarmed or like, oh shit? And y'all know that this was the top trending movie, Leave the World Behind? And I told y'all the vibrations and everything that's been off and weird lately, bro.
They're all building these bunkers for a reason. Now, what that reason is, I don't know. But there is definitely a reason. Obviously, there are lots of reasons that it could be, like lots of possible reasons, right? Like they could be preparing for a grid down situation. They could be preparing for humanity's uprising, for us standing together and saying no more. They could be trying to hide from the Great Reset that's coming. They could know something that we don't, obviously. They could be down there in their bunkers trying to hide from their crimes. Or it could just be like regular, like, preparedness. But what do you think their real reasoning is for every person in power owning or like building a bunker right now? Why are they doing it? What are they trying to prepare for? I would love to hear your opinions.
Watch this video to the end. So, do you know who this is in this statue right here? It's Satan, but it gets crazier. You ready for this? Now notice the chain on his foot. You see it, right? You see the chain on his foot? All right. You ready for this? I got you. 1 second. Now notice the chain on this foot. Y'all should know which foot this is. I shouldn't even have to say nothing. All right, guys, you ready? Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm going to show y'all something, B. Now, do you notice that the crown in his hands has 7 points on it, right? Stay with me, guys. Make sure you watch this video to the end. This is crazy. Now, do you see what's on the floor, right? An apple and a torch. You see the torch on the floor, right, guys? Stay with me, B. Stay with me. This is crazy. He's holding a torch, and there's a 7-point crown on his head. Remember the apple that was on the bottom of the statue of Satan? What do they call New York City? The Big Apple. Where is this statue at? New York City. What I'm trying to tell you is, the Statue of Liberty is Satan himself. Stop playing with me, son. Don't ever say I didn't teach y'all nothing. It's in plain sight. So, you got a statue of Satan right in New York City, and people been thinking it was a Statue of Liberty the whole time? Stop playing with me, son. So what I'm gonna do is go over there and knock that statue.
I hate to break it to you, but all major or like popularly known statues around the world are either secretly dedicated to Hasatan or are made directly in his image. Secretly, of course. But they're trying to low-key make us all unknowingly worship Hasatan. And I'm so not here for it. Seriously, we all need to take it upon ourselves to remove these statues, because they're low-key sacraments and tributes to Hasatan, or Halab and Shakar, whichever one you want to call them, and we shouldn't support this. But, again, that's just my opinion, though.
The homeless people didn't get the vaccine. The billionaires didn't get the vaccine. The people in the middle got the vaccine. Yep. Taxes. They can't enforce taxes against a homeless man, and they can't enforce taxes against a billionaire. They can only enforce taxes against the people in the middle. It's the middle class that's afraid of getting a speeding ticket, because if he gets a speeding ticket and he doesn't pay the speeding ticket, then it goes to a bailiff, and the bailiff turns up to his house, and he can't run away because the house is his and it's in a mortgage, and if he doesn't pay it, they're going to take the house house off him and seize his car, and he has to pay that speeding ticket. If you give some homeless bum who just stole a car a speeding ticket, he doesn't care. And if you give a billionaire a speeding ticket, it never even arrives at his house. It ends up going to some foreign shell company in the Cook Islands that owns the Ferrari he's borrowing. Only in the middle you get screwed by the law, so they try and keep everyone in the middle. That's what they do. So they'll pretend they want to help homelessness and pretend they want to help people at the bottom to elevate them up to this middle class where they can wreck them. And they also drag everyone from the top down as much as possible because they want them in the middle so they can wreck you. And all of the laws are made with this in mind.
It's always only your average, everyday, run-of-the-mill working people who get the short end of the stick and get like over in every scenario and situation. Excuse my French, but this really pisses me off so bad. Like, this economy would fall apart within a week if us, everyday working people, were to say no more and stop going to work to make the man even richer. Legit, everything would fall apart. It's us, everyday average citizens, that run, stock, deliver, supply, and manage the day-to-day operations and workings of the United States. And I really, really just wish that more people realized and respected this fact.
This is for those of you who are awake. I think I've been awake for 5 to 6 years now, partially awake prior to that. I have, over time, through research, realized that everything I was taught in school, our history, was a lie. All of it. It's all a lie. We haven't been told the truth about anything. I don't believe anything we've been told is the truth. It is so far off from the truth, it's scary. Who else on the side of being awake? Like, if you know you're awake, you know you're awake. But who else on the awake side are having a really hard time interacting with people who are completely asleep? Like, I can't just get together with people and be like, oh yeah, the weather is sports. Oh, how's the kids? And not talk about the fact our country's being invaded. We are losing. This is the fall of Rome. We are living through the fall of Rome right now. Our country is being invaded. Our government has been taken over. There was a coup involved. The people running our government right now are all paid off and corrupt. Every one of them. I don't care. Congress, Senate, House, doesn't matter. I think most of them are compromised. They're not representing the people at all. And
say it again for the people who are still asleep. Like, hi, Mr. Nail, meathead. 1,000,000%. The BS that we've been taught is such a lie and so far off from the actual truth that it is scary. More like terrifying. So yes, he's 1,000% right. I'm so grateful that mentally my husband and I are on the same page, like in the same book, because small talk is dead. It's been dead. I honest to God have such a hard time holding a conversation without forcing myself to like stay in that conversation unless we're going to talk about some real ass shit. Like, honest to God, I could not imagine dating someone who wasn't like awake, even though like I honest to God hate that term so much. So let's say someone who like isn't aware of the truth, like that's a big no for me. But how about you? Could you guys be with someone who's like not aware of what's really going on? Or do you find it like really hard to hold conversations about small talk and about nothing that truly matters? Because that shit is so hard for me. Like damn near impossible for me.
Outside a while ago, I got my dog throwing his stick. We heard a bunch of coming across the street. I figured it was a bunch of locusts or bugs. I don't know, June bugs or something. They flew over our head probably 7, 8 feet. One of them hit the pole and you could hear it on the ground. I thought it was one of those katydid things. But you tell me, why in the hell would this shit right here be flying around? Somebody please explain to me what the hell that is. And I found out as I was picking it up, if you squeeze that on the end on each end, then it's going to do it one time, then I guess it shuts it off. So somebody, for the love of God, please tell me what that is. What the hell? Stop it.
Bug drones, bird drones, all kind of drones are real. And they are really flying around in our sky right now as I speak. And they are really watching us, and they are really spying on us, and they are really reporting shit back to the government. Like on some Ripley's Believe It or Not shit. They're real. I promise.
Could you believe that I have a lab tech that worked in an all-women's hospital in the United States who went to school for 4 years for parasitology, so she does have an understanding of parasites and what she is looking for. The results that she was finding in these women coming in with UTIs, urinary tract infections, was showing parasitic larvae. She was putting them in her report. And the doctor of the lab was removing them from the reports. So these women with urinary tract infections was never getting properly diagnosed in the United States. See, they're not allowed to tell you if you have parasites. No, the CDC and HHS does not allow that. Because if you actually found out what ailed you and got cured, got the proper treatment, you wouldn't need your doctor. You wouldn't need your big pharma pills anymore. She will be part of the documentary to blow the whistle on what the truth is. Parasites are very common, and most people have them. Some of the symptoms of parasites that most people don't know is gastrointestinal issues. So we're going to say things like IBS or IBD, Crohn's disease, colitis, appendicitis, cholecystitis or gallstones, kidney stones, thyroid issues, hyper and hypo, diabetes, cancer, brain fog, your heart rate fluctuations up or down, or both, your teeth breaking, your bones breaking easily, blood pressure.
Do you really honestly believe that this is the only dirty, dark secret about our health that they aren't telling us about? Because I promise you it's not. There are tons, like tons, of other health secrets that they are keeping from us. That's why majority of the world practices natural remedies for healing. And they shun the use of Western medicine. Because it's really like a sad excuse and a disgrace to the word medicine. It's more like Western big pharma dependency and poison. That would be like a more appropriate name for it. I'm just saying, just my opinion. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, but I really appreciate everybody's time. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't already liked the video, do me a favor and smash that like button for your girl. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you get subscribed to our channel and hit that little bell icon so you stay in the loop whenever I upload new videos just like this. By the way, I know some of you may have noticed that I have had a slight change in the way that I make my videos. My face hasn't been in the last 2 videos I uploaded. It's only been audio only because I do a lot of stuff on my day-to-day basis, like life at home. Obviously, I take care of my kids. I was homeschooling. Now it's summer, so we're having a break from that. But I'm just really busy in my day-to-day life, so I find it hard to find time to like get ready and like put makeup on and do all this stuff with my face in the video. But if I just put my voice in the video, I can crank out a lot of these in a week for you guys, and I'll have way more content uploaded at a way quicker speed. So, or let me know what you think about this change in videos. Do you guys not mind it, not seeing my face? Would you prefer to see my face rather than just my voice? I would love to hear your feedback, and then I can kind of justify that on how to make videos going forward. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm kind of contemplating this right now on whether I'm gonna put my face in the videos or whether it's just gonna be audio only. But I would really, really love to hear everyone's take on it and what everybody thinks about it. And you know, if you guys don't mind the audio only, then maybe we'll stick with that. But yeah, I'll wait to hear from you guys. Other than that, I don't think I need to ramble on about anything else. So I think that's it. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, you're still here? Wow. I mean, I love you guys too and all, and you don't totally have to leave my channel. I have tons of other stuff you can check out. You just can't stay here, cause this video's over. But you better go check out another video and subscribe to my channel while you're at it, because you're clearly obsessed with me. I'll meet you there.